Hello everyone, my name is Diego Ruiz and today I'm gonna create one project with React and Bit, and the main intention with this video is to deploy the code to production and show you step by step what is the correct way to work with the several dependencies and also the package JSON that I have in my React app. So let's get started. First of all, I have to create one repository in my GitHub, and then I have to make the correct connection between my code that I want to build in Visual Studio Code and with the project that is remote in GitHub. And after that, I have to create the configuration to deploy to GH page in GitHub, and I have tried to deploy this code. So the name of this project is the hair 3D. So this is built with one library called threejs. It's a three-dimensional feature that JavaScript developed. So I want to create one world that turn around and then try to deploy to production. So let's start. Okay. Okay, first of all, I have to create one folder here in my desktop, and I'm gonna call this folder like I don't know, threejs earth, right? So I have my project here. So here I have to create one new window because I want to start a new project here in my Visual Studio Code. You have to be sure that you have uploaded already the Node.js. As you can see here, you can type Node. So you can see here that my Node is the version 16.14.0. So let's clear this. And then we have to open, prefile, and then open the folder that I created in my desktop. Go to my desktop, and then I have to select threejs here because it was the folder that I created. Okay, so here you can see that my folder is already open, and then I have to press here in the terminal, new terminal, and you can see here that this is the correct path, desktop and threejs, because I don't have anything created already. Yeah, let's put this here. So second step is to copy the code. So I already have a code created with threejs and JavaScript, and what I have to do is import code. The way that I do, if you want to download successfully the code in your new project, you have to first close the window, the new window that you open, and then here I have the project created in another folder. What I have to do is select, copy, and then copy in the new folder here. So let's copy. You can see here there is creating the copying in my new folder called threejs earth. I will wait some seconds, and then we can open again the Visual Studio Code and then new window. Once you have the new window open, you have to select the folder that we already created before. So we open the folder here that is called threejs earth. Let's wait some seconds because it's waiting for the changes, and then here we have to select the correct folder. As you can see here, Visual Studio is making the process to upload the changes that we already have. As you can see here, we have everything inside the folder called threejs earth. Yeah, so let's let's check out what is in the package JSON. You can see here that is the name. We can change this name for the correct name that we create our project, that is threejs earth. Yeah, at least we can put in lowercase 3 earth. Okay, this is the name of the project. So type module version 000. So you can see here there is some scripts. The scripts are dev, build, and preview. The dev is to test the code in dev mode. So when I run npm run dev, you can see that I can open locally the version of my project. So that is something that you can implement to test your code, to test the changes. Build, when you run npm build, is to build the project, to deploy the project to production. And preview is like a preview, as the name says. It's a preview to see what is the code, what will be the result to the code in the production. So here I have bit dependency, that is a server for the browser, for the frontend, because this is an application that will render every time. So we need a kind of server, but this time it's not in the backend, it's in the frontend. And then we have some plugins to develop some functionality that I have already created. I have a GitHub pages, because this is the dependency that I need to deploy the code in the production GitHub. GitHub is something that I have to move the world. You can see, I will show you that if I click in one place, then the world will change. And three is the library that I create, that I have to implement the 3D version of the project. Okay, here I have also the HTML file. I have to change I have to save the changes here. So let's see what we have now. So if we run npm run dev, we can see the version in my local machine. So you can see in this moment is reloading, and then I have here one IP address, and then if I press Ctrl and click, it opens the project. So this is my project that I create. So you can see here that if I move in the right, if I move left, up and down, so this is the project that I want to deploy. Yeah. Okay. If we close here, then we come here, and then we press Ctrl C, we can leave the project for a one. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, if this happens sometimes, you just close and then open a new terminal, and then close the last. Okay. Okay, everyone. So to deploy this code in GitHub, we have to create one empty repository with a new name. In this case, I'm gonna create one repository called, I don't know, whatever name, Earth GitHub. You have to create one repository with a different name than the project that you are building in the Visual Studio Code. So to do that possible, we have to go here in the plus sign, and then select new repository. Here, it's a little slow. So remember that you have to select a different name than the project that you are building in the React app. So in this case, I'm gonna call a like globe 3js project. So you can see here that is green, so it's available. Here you can put whatever description that you want, like this is a project created with the library threejs and bit. That's it. Here you can select if it's public or private. In this case, I'm gonna put public because there is just a test code that I want to show. This kind of tutorial. A README if you have some kind of explanation to how to deploy this code or how to see this code. And that's it. Here, the green button, you have to create the repository. So here you have some instruction about how to connect this repository that I have here in my GitHub and with the repository that I am creating in the Visual Studio Code. So let's follow these steps here. So first of all, we have to git init because we have to initialize one empty repository. So here I just have to git init. So you can see here that it's an empty repository, and you can see here that it's in green. When it's green, it's because I have to save the changes and then commit and then push it to GitHub. If you can see here, if you refresh the page, you don't have anything. The project is created here, but you don't have any changes here. So what we want to do is to save these changes, save this project, and then push it to GitHub. How we can do that? Like this. So the first step is to type the command git init. Second step is git. If you want to see what is the status in the code, you can put git status. You can see here that you have the files that you have here, but you have it in red color. So that means that you have to save and later you have to commit and then push it. So how we save the changes? We have to type the command called git add space dot. So now these files are saved inside my project. How can I know that? If we press the command, if you type the command git status, you can see that now the color before was red, but now it's green. That means that it's already safe. That is something nice. Okay, so now I have to put one specific name to this change because I want to push the code, but I want to know what is the name of the changes. So to do that possible, we have to press git commit -m and then underscore. I don't know. This is my first commit. For example, you can put whatever name that you want, and then you press enter, and then you can see that it's already renamed. Okay. So the last thing that you have to do is you have to make a connection between this code that is here in Visual Studio Code and the code that you have in GitHub. Yeah. So there is one command that you can put. If you copy this git remote, is already connected. Oh, how can I know if it's real that I am connected with my global tree project in GitHub? Okay, there is one command, if I remember, is git remote -b. So you can see here that is already connected with the repository that I have in GitHub, because the name of this project is threejs Earth, but the name of the project that I have in GitHub is Glow threejs project, so it's different. So you can see here that is already connected with the project that I have in GitHub. Okay, the last thing that I have to do is to push this code that I have in my local repository to the remote repository that is here in GitHub. Yeah, because if I reload the page, I don't have anything still. So to push the code, I had to type one command called git push origin master, because master is the name of the branch that I have in this moment. So if I press enter, I have one message for the GitHub that I have to press, and then I have to open the browser and then confirm that I am the owner of this account. So I just need to open this, and then I have to close here, and you can see here that it's already pushed the code. Yeah, how can we be sure that it's already in the GitHub? If you go back to the GitHub and then you reload the page, you can see here that the code is already pushed to the repository called Glow 3ds project, right? Okay, so we are in the correct step. Okay, so now I want to deploy this code in the production. That means in the GitHub URL. To make this possible, I have to follow one several instructions that I have. So first of all, I have to, okay, let's see what we have here. Script. Okay, let's uninstall this because I have to do it from the beginning, because I need to show you how to do it. So if we press npm uninstall pages, you can see here that is uninstalling some package that I have created that I don't need now. Yeah, so if we clear here, we can work in this mode. Okay, so here in the root, I have to create one file called sh. Yeah, and I have to go to the documentation. I think I am in the wrong place, but let's see. No, it's the wrong place. So this is what I need. So build here, building for production. So we go here and then deploy site is this. So to make that possible, we have to create one file called deploy sh, as I created before here in the road, and then it said that I have to copy this code that is here and then paste it here. Yeah. So here you can see that if you want to deploy to the HTTPS username GitHub, you have to change the username and the name repository here in the last. So we go to my project, and then this is my name, the Air Cloud Factory 454, and then you paste it here, you repo. sorry, before the repo, you paste it here, and then the name of the repository, that in this case is glow 3v 3js project, right? Okay, we change the save, save the changes, sorry, and then another thing that I have to do here is we need the dependency called gh slash pages. So how can we do possible? npm install ga pages. Okay, it's already downloading. So now I want to explain you something shortly. GA pages is a dependency that I need to deploy the code in GitHub URLs. So in this moment, the URL is an asterisk. So I need to be sure that I can run my project after these changes. Sorry. It says the byte is not. Okay, so what we can do is something very fast here. Just close here, open there, delete this, copy here, open, paste it here. Then delete this. What's this? Because I don't need it. Styles. I am not using style because I am creating some dependencies that is useful for create the shadows. And then here, composer, I don't need this because I am not using that kind of deployment in this moment. Ignore shadows, mg, okay. So let's go back. Let's open here a new window. It's a little slow, I don't know, I have to check the RAM memory, what is going on with this. I open here the folder that I already created because I have some issues before. Okay, open here. I made some changes, so I had to update changes that I made. Its status, okay. Add. Changes implemented. Oh, there's a typo here. And then push the changes. Git push origin master. let's see if it's successful, the changes. We reload here, and then we have to see here the set changes implement. Okay, everything goes good. Let's see if it's running the code in develop mode. So we have a successful word inside. Okay, let's do this very quickly. So if we create one file called deploy.sh, then we copy this here. Every time we make a change, we have to be sure that it's successful deploying in. Okay, I can see I don't need to open, I just need to see if it's correct, the changes that I'm doing. As I told you before, I had to put the username, and the name, repository name, right? It's falling, but it's okay. It's okay. So here, close. I don't know what is going on here, but it's alright. Nothing's been happening. Can open another terminal here. It's the same. So here I had to change this number to this. Okay. Okay, so I have to do something here also. A small change that I have to do. Sorry, mate. Define config. What's the project's name? That is right. something else to do. Let's check here what I have to do. Name, everything's good. Let's try to deploy this. How it's going till now. Def. Okay. Okay. Go in the correct way. So now, okay, let's run. Let's change. Let's save the changes. Processor is quite slow. Had to be in the commit last changes implement. Okay, it's all right. Here, 3G reward successfully. So we are in the correct way. Yeah. Let's do the last test. It's okay. Let's run this command, because if we run npm run diff, then automatically it creates one folder called dist. What it does is to make the project processable to deploy to the GitHub pages, right? So we run npm run build to create the folder dist with the correct compilation to the production. It's okay. And then if we want to see how is the preview, so we run npm run preview. Press Ctrl and click, and we can see here have to run npm deploy. So it says that it's successful published. If we go back to the GitHub and then we go here and then we open the branch called gh pages, and then we go here in the settings and then here in pages. So we have to wait some minutes, seconds. We have to reload every time to wait for our URL to see if it's possible to open in the browser. Sometimes you have to wait because you need to know what is the correct project that you are building in this moment. So you can see here while it's open what is going on when we open in preview. I know there is some rules that I am not following. Package JSON, let's see if everything is